A few months back, I was developing a new product that I wasn't sure if I wanted to release or not, and this is part 2 or iteration number 2. This was the first one. This is we're kind of going after the Koch Chemie Protector Wax, Geon wet coat, I think it is. Kind of the foam on, spray on paint protection. Really didn't think anything of it, did the video, and then resaw that car that we used it on a couple months later, and the water was still beating incredibly well, and I didn't clay the car, I didn't do anything to the car, and I was very happy with how it worked on the car, other than it didn't foam as much as I wanted. So Walter saw the video and was like, hey, I'll make you an update, and I'm like, okay, because this is part of the fun. This is a just for fun video. So this is version number 2 of this unnamed product, and it has a dilution of 127 to 1 to 192 to 1. He said to dump all 4 ounces into a foam cannon. So that's what we'll do for this video. I think where I would like it to be is 1 ounce in a foam cannon, but we'll start with the highest dilution. I absolutely love the color. There's no scent picked out yet, but absolutely love the color. And what I'm looking for, and the reason why I started at the highest dilution, or the strongest dilution rather, is I want to check for streaking. A lot of these products streak really bad on glass. Gosh, that color's so cool. Looks like cotton candy. A lot of them streak on glass. A lot of them streak on paint. Especially like wet coats, horrible on paint, streaks really bad. And so we'll try it on this car. I'm gonna have to continue to do testing with it because this car is ceramic coated. So more than anything, we're gonna be having to check for streaking and compatibility in direct sun. So this version should foam more. I guess we're doing a one take, Bryant. We're just keeping it rolling. So we just washed the car. If you missed that whole video, this car was thrashed, went on a long road trip, and we cleaned it under 20 minutes. Just a quick cleanup, nothing crazy. And so if you missed that video, I'll link it below. But let's see how this one foams. I have my foam cannon turned all the way up currently, so I might adjust that because we're gonna be sucking a lot. I kind of like to use half a foam cannon per wash or application. So we might have to mess with that. Like, could I use, if I do use 4 ounces in a foam cannon, can I turn my foam cannon way down and only use maybe a quarter of the foam cannon? Or can I do 1 ounce in a foam cannon? There's a lot to play with. I don't know. I just want to see how we're doing. I want to say it's actually foaming less. Do you think it's foaming more? Yeah, a little bit? Okay. And this is why we test stuff. This is why I guess it is foaming more out of the foam cannon, but it's sticking less on the surface. And again, this is not a soap to clean the car. This is a protector wax. So I'm going to continue to, the idea behind this is to add very, very fast protection to your car. So foaming isn't really the main attribute of it. It is just about getting product on the surface and seeing how the water behavior is and then how long it lasts. So I think of like, even at that, with my foam cannon turned all the way up, I pretty much only used half, and I think I got pretty good coverage. So the whole idea is not to have a foam show or anything like that. It's about how can you quickly add protection to your car. I just wanted to see more foam personally. So direct sun, it's got to be pushing 90 degrees today. If you were to do this with wet coat or anything, you'd be in serious trouble. You'd have a streaky mess. And so I'm interested on the windows. Like, does this streak? Gosh, I really hope it doesn't start streaking because I'm gonna have a nightmare on my hands. But this is this is all part of the testing. This is part of the fun. So I'm gonna rinse it off. We should probably see really good hydrophobics. It's going to be really hard to tell on this car because it's already ceramic coated, but nonetheless the hydrophobic should be good. I'm kind of trying to look at the rinsability too right now. Like it almost seems like on the initial rinse, the hydrophobics aren't as good, which means the product may be sticking on the surface a little bit more, and it might require a more thorough rinse. Because when it seems like I rinse this panel more, it seems like the hydrophobics are increasing. I mean, they're incredible on the glass, but it seems like the more I rinse it, the better it's getting. So that's just something I'm kind of taking note of. Looks good on the rims as well. Good on glass. I don't know. It's obviously going to take some more testing. This is just a quick kind of test, but I don't know if it's any better than the first sample. Other than I like it sticking on the surface. I like that it needs a little bit more to rinse, because a little bit more to rinse to me, and this is just kind of my off the cuff looking at it, is the more it takes to rinse off, as long as it's not streaking, the more it takes to rinse off, the better it's sticking to the panel. And so the more it's sticking to the panel, the more water it's requiring to rinse off, to me tells me that the longer it's going to last, because it's not going to allow anything to get underneath that protection that could compromise the bond. It already has a super, super strong bond. That's what that extra rinse is telling me. So a couple things I like about it. I absolutely love the color. I don't think the foam hangs around quite enough, but that doesn't really matter. That's not really the purpose for it. Even when it seemed to dry in some areas, it rinsed off without streaking, and it wasn't streaking, though it did require a little bit. I might have a little bit of streaking right here on the hood. This is interesting. So it is, let's see if that'll rinse off, because that is a little bit of staining. Nope, that's not wanting to rinse off. So a little bit of staining right there, which again could be a case for maybe 4 ounces in a foam cannon is too much. Of course, that's the only bit of staining I see on the whole car is right there. Maybe it is on the hood a little bit. So this is where product development gets tricky, is this is only one car, one environment, one time. So more testing will need to be done. It doesn't seem to really be streaking on the windows. Let me get my blower and see. But just because Walter said, hey, do 4 ounces, there's definitely some streaking on the hood down here too. So just because Walter said 4 ounces is ideal, sometimes you have to double check that and verify it, because maybe 1 ounce is enough. I'm gonna blow off these windows. Yeah, so we do have a little bit of streaking both on the glass. It'll come right off, but we didn't have that with the first sample. But again, we used 4 times the amount as I did with the first original sample. So, but that was the purpose of why I wanted to try at full concentration, full bow, is to see kind of what would happen. So tiny bit of streaking. Again, could it be that it's direct sun? Maybe, but you really see that streaking come out. It'll wipe right off. I'm not worried about that, but I don't want any streaking at all. Which is, I'm okay with showcasing this. This is exactly what happens in the development of products. It takes a little extra effort to get off. So I think 4 ounces is too much. It's just, there's no need for that, which is good for everyone else. It does wipe off, but then it's a little streaky, it looks like. So who knows, I may have to rewash the whole car, which I'm fine with. So the things I like the color. I actually like that you might need less product. I thought 4 ounces was going to be too much. I don't want the product to require that much. I really want about 1 ounce in a foam cannon, because I figure you could do about 2 applications or 2 cars. And I just think how this fits into the whole Jimbo's ecosystem as a product line is if you could wash a car without touching it, and then you could add protection without touching it, that would be a total game changer. And so that's kind of my goal for it, of what I'm going for. So now it just gets into kind of refining it. What are those little things I like more? How do I figure out the proper dilution? But I definitely think it's safe to say that 4 ounces in a foam cannon is way too much, which is a good thing. That is a good thing. Less product is better. Not better for me. I want you to use more product, but better for everyone in general. And if it eliminates a lot of the streaking that we're starting to see really come through as the car dries, that'll be a good thing. So I'm probably going to rewash this car, at least refoam it. But yeah, that's product development part 2 of this foam on rinse off wax. And so I'm excited. I'm bummed. I never like when a product doesn't work great. And I'm getting a UPS package, so I gotta go. But I'll link all my products in the description below, and keep looking out for more videos and developing this product. Catch you on the next one. See ya.